Hey guys, welcome back to my portion of the vlog anyways. Just getting one of these giving trees ready to go. So we've got 2 more to go and I'm gonna go deliver one right now to a local family. Nice little note that comes with it that Jim and his family put together. So I'm gonna attach this to the top. Unfortunately, I forgot on the last one. I forgot to add the star. So that's a huge miss on my part because the star definitely has the message. So I have been up to about the same as last time, just a lot of holiday stuff, taking care of business. We've had so many meetings and phone calls, end of year stuff that, you know, anybody who's in taxes or self-employed or anything like that, you probably know what I'm talking about. Not the funnest conversations and meetings, but definitely needed. We put out on our social media that we were looking for a couple families, and we asked our followers, you guys, to nominate families if they knew of any in the Salt Lake area and Idaho. So I am taking this to a deserving family today, so I'm super excited. There's nothing like giving back. The feeling of giving back brings so much joy to your life. I get nervous, I get excited, like it's funny because I'm just gonna doorbell ditch this one, put it on the door, just do a doorbell ditch, run to the truck and bounce. So I'm gonna go take care of this, and then after that, we'll just get back to the daily vlog. But just wanted to wish you guys Merry Christmas once again, and yeah, let's go have some fun with these. Hey, Merry Christmas to myself. Amazon package. That's a like a self-development book that I'm gonna read. Just gonna carry on with the vlog today. It's Christmas Eve and been pretty busy lately, so I'm gonna try to convince myself that it's okay to just chill for the second half of today. But the first half, we must get things done, so I'm gonna go down to the Jumping Jack Trailers headquarters, which conveniently for us is right here in Salt Lake, and pick up my trailer. Put a lot of rough miles on that thing on dirt roads, and it needed just a couple small repairs. So those guys were nice enough to do that for me. So I'm gonna go grab that before it snows again. Looks like there's a chance that we get a white Christmas, but the wind sure is blowing. The warm before the storm is here. Let's see how this thing looks. All these guys are busy all the time. So a couple things that happened to mine, which is just miles and miles on bumpy dirt roads, is I lost a pin in my table, and my threads were stripped because I had it up so many times on these really bumpy roads using it as a utility trailer. So that's all that needed to be fixed. I think that, and possibly some new tail lights, which it looks like they for sure replaced that one. That's brand new too. So these guys buttoned it up. Always taking care of us, so appreciate it a lot. Any guesses on where I get to go? The last giving tree for this Christmas season. Let me tell you what, guys, it's pretty special, this stuff right here. We're gonna do this big time next year, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and all our social medias so you guys can get involved. That's the goal, is next year that not only do we do more of these, you know, on our own, but we actually allow you guys a chance and give you guys the opportunity to get involved and possibly spread some giving trees where you're from. It doesn't need to be done here in Utah. That's what's so cool. Put on social media that we needed some nominations. I got one quickly tonight, by the way. It's Christmas Eve. I think I mentioned that earlier, but you probably never know exactly what day I'm filming. So Christmas Eve night, perfect time to go lift some spirits to a family whose daughter unfortunately is in Primary Children's Hospital. If you guys remember, we held a movie night and raised a bunch of money. I think that time was 20 grand, and we donated it to the Primary Children's Hospital, like their research team. And that's where they take donations, and in their lab they do a ton of research, and that's exactly where that money went. So pretty special. And as soon as you hear that somebody's kid is in Primary Children's Hospital, you know right away it's nothing good. And that not only is that followed up with illness and sickness and everything else, the financial burden that follows it. And that's what we're trying to do, is just lift the family's spirits, some money that can maybe help with medical bills, and honestly just give them hope that things are going to get better. So I'm going to run this over to the house right now. It's a little late. It's 8:45 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So let's get this to the house and I'll give you an update. I just got done delivering the tree. What a rush it is, guys. It's so fun. So on to the next. It's Christmas Eve, it's getting late, and you know what? A lot of people are working hard right now. And I'm gonna go try to find some people who are working hard for their money and give a little love, because I got some extra cash to give. There's one thing that it was an ex-girlfriend a while ago. Her grandpa told me, when you make money, when you earn money, save some, spend some, and give some. And I'll tell you what, that is stuck with me forever. And this money, don't get me wrong, it's not all out of my pocket. So I had some friends reach out to me and just literally send money because they know we're doing random acts of kindness. And then there was $500 off the website where I sell antler dog chews, where people, you know, gave tips at checkout. And there's $500 worth throughout the whole calendar year. So I'm taking all that. And then I am throwing some of my own money into the pool, and we have about $1,500 to play with, so this will be fun. I'm not gonna try to film everything, obviously, but I might snag a clip here or two on the cell phone, and maybe even just some audio. But if there's anything good, I'll share it with you guys on the video. At least I'll get back to you guys with a little story time, because, you know, we're gonna have some fun reactions. So let's go bless some people today and spread a little love. Merry Christmas Eve. So we just wanted to do something nice for your staff that is working late tonight.
No, be quiet. This only happens in the movies.
No, this is real life, so please spread that out accordingly.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's for everybody.
Holy moly.
So.
Well, did you already pay for your food? Because I don't want you to pay for your food.
No, we're paying for the food. We'll get that. That's just extra.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
You're amazing.
Tell everybody thanks for working tonight.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I'm like, this only happens in the movies.
And I'm running low on pennies, so I'm going to get 35 instead of 33.
Okay.
And I got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97.
Cool. Is this for like extra change?
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you. I appreciate it.
This is for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thanks for working tonight.
Just,
There's some for you on the bottom there.
gracias. Thank you.
Yep.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You made me cry. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for working today. Merry Christmas. Thanks for working today. So awesome, man. It is so fun doing that kind of stuff. And again, guys, this is just a bunch of money that you guys helped us out with. And honestly, when it comes to the good stuff we do, don't forget, we're just kind of the middlemen here. And without your guys' support and everybody pitching in, we wouldn't be able to give back and do the things we do at the, you know, as much as we do. So thank you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it's fun watching those little clips right around Christmas, just to kind of lift your spirit. So hopefully you guys have a good Christmas and a new year. It is now 2022. Can you believe it? I swear they were writing music about this year when I was a kid. So I've actually been out of town. I spent the new year in Texas. I did not do any hunting. I just went on a little solo vacation to go and go to the grand opening of a gym out there called Alpha Land. So that was super fun, but I'm back home now, back on the grind, in the shop. Got a giant mess of things to take care of as usual. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my portion of the vlog. The rifle elk hunts from New Mexico have started on our channel. So the first one went up Sunday, yesterday, of course, if you're watching this on Monday. And if you missed it, make sure you go check it out. It's a rifle elk hunt with my buddy Joel from Nebraska. It's a great hunt, and the video wastes no time getting into the good stuff. So go check that out, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys can get notifications, hit the notification bell so you guys know when we upload a video. But once again, Sunday, Thursday, best season yet, 4.0. See you on the next one.
Whoa. What is up, everybody? This is weird. Back on a Canon. This is my wife's T6S Rebel Canon DSLR. I don't have the Sony with me here at my house, but what is up, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. Welcome to my segment of the vlog. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Gotta spend some time with some loved ones. That's always what the most special part about this year is getting with family and maybe some folks you don't get to see all the time and spending that time with them. But here at the Butler household, for my portion of the vlog, we're gonna put our hard hats on and talk a little bit of home improvement, because this weekend, right after Christmas, my wife has been begging and begging me to get the kitchen backsplash done. We bought this house about 2 years ago and have totally redone the inside. I ripped all the cabinets out, I put in new cabinets, put in a new sink, put in all new flooring, new carpet, we tore some walls down, painted the fireplace mantle, sealed that off, shiplap, brand new bathroom, you name it. I've learned a lot about home improvement while owning this house, and the last thing I needed to do that I put to the side and let sit for way too long was not having a kitchen backsplash. So I didn't take any video before, but I'll drop a picture in of kind of what it looked like. It was just really, I'd ripped some old tiles off, and when I ripped those old cabinets off, it tore a little bit of the paint and texture off, which is fine because tile's going over it. I just laid my last tile couple days ago, so the mortar has had more than adequate time to dry, but this is where we are at now. All new white tile backsplash. I went with these Satori 4x12s, the same tile I did in my bathroom, but it came out pretty good. I tiled up to the roof, kind of like that look, more clean. Like I said, these cabinets are brand new, handles, hardware. I also went through and switched out all of the old plugs. They were the yellow, kind of yellowish ones, and I upgraded to these bad boys, which are pretty sweet because they have USBs. So if you're charging a phone or laptop or whatever have you, you don't need that pesky block that you always lose. You can just plug it straight in. So I'm pretty stoked on those. Got the faceplates for them all. Got them all wired up. They're working. The switch lights up at night, which is nice. So we got one there. All new backsplash up behind the oven to the microwave. New plug there. I gotta get longer screws and new plug there. So today, what I got going is grout. I've laid all the tile, made all my cuts, everything's dried. Now I just gotta grout this whole beast. And grouting is my least favorite part. I'm typically really good at cutting the tile and laying the tile like this. Is all perfectly smooth across. I kept my, I think I did 1/8 inch spacers. 1/8 inch spacers all the way through. Held my grout lines pretty well. But what we're gonna do here, as well as after I grout, to cover up this unfinished side of the tile, I went and got some open corner PVC trim. So this is just open corner, and I'm gonna frame our window in that. It'll look really good. PVC plastic because a lot of water happens there. And then some PVC under trim for underneath the window. And so caulk, trim, and grout, and we'll be done. And I'll caulk this line, of course. But that's what I've got going today. I'm gonna hopefully finish that so I can have a happy wife and a happy son. I've only done tile once before. This is the bathroom. I totally redid, ripped everything out down to the studs and redid everything, but this is the tile job I did in my bathroom. Did sluter strips to finish to help the transition between materials, and this one came out really good, I think. For my first tile job, I thought it was pretty legit. Even got the interior window tiled in. So we did black grout here, same tiles as the kitchen, but I'm gonna do white grout in there. So gonna knock that out today. And then you guys, I gotta finish. I know I don't leave, so me, Brian, and Casey are going on a big bass trip. I don't know what we can say we're doing yet. I don't know why everything has to be a big surprise, but I'm gonna say we're going to Mexico with some dear friends of ours. And we don't leave until January 12th, but I have been so excited. I have been so excited. I've been dreaming about it. That's no joke. I had a bass stream last night, caught double digit. It was pretty sweet. But we don't leave till the 12th. Today is the 2nd, I believe. And so I still got plenty of time, but I'm packing my stuff up. I got all my tackle that I think I'm gonna need. This whole bass fishing thing is new to me, and so I got what I hope I need. We'll cover a little bit of that too, but first I'm gonna knock this grout out, finish getting packed for bass fishing, and then we'll send it on to somebody else. And just like that, the grout is done. Finished this grout a little bit earlier today. It's just white grout, like I was saying. Give you a little close up. But all in all, looks really good. It was quicker than I thought it would be, but the grout is all done. New backsplash is looking good. I still got to trim the windows, caulk the corners, caulk this line, and just caulk all around, and then trim for the window, trim for underneath the window. I'm going to stuff some insulation in before I add that trim piece, but grout is all done, and the backsplash be looking good. everything turned out really well, and it doesn't look quite as white right now, but in the daylight it looks really white and finished. So I had to offset these tiles just a little bit to keep my grout line perfectly straight, but everything worked out really well. So yeah, there'll be a beta caulk across that, white, and it'll be good. But now, all of that aside, I'm going to show you guys some of the equipment I'm going to be taking bass fishing to Mexico. So let's go check that out. My room is a mess right now. This is the man room. I should clean it up and do a full tour on it for one of the vlogs. That's a mountain lion I shot in Colorado with Casey, steelhead fishing, one of my bucks. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. That's a Sly Sylvester print, super good photographer that Brian got me for Christmas. But like I said, I have a lot of stuff in here I need to clean up. I'm still unpacking from the last trip, packing for this next trip, and I bought a lot of bass gear, so all my packaging is still out. What we are going to talk about right now is what is in that box. Pretty recognizable signature. That's Mr. Kevin Van Dam right there.
Boom! There's an 8-pounder right there. Dude, and I just got a hook in my hand.
Bass fishing hero and legend. So this right here in this box is everything I'm going to take to Mexico for our bass fishing trip. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, but that girl right there is loaded down. Well, I'm going to be taking that along with this YETI packable luggage, and we'll do a quick breakdown real quick of what I think going to need. My YETI packable bag, this is the medium, this is like the mid-sized one. This thing is pretty legit because you zip down the side like so, and it expands. Bam, you have everything you need in this bag, starting with these Bass Pro Shops stick-o worms. This is a 7, I believe it's a 7 1/8 inch worm, stick-o worm. This is in green pumpkin. While I was at Sportsman's Warehouse, I talked to a guy that was like, goes to Mexico every year. This will be his 10th year, and he said weighted Texas rig with a long 7 1/8 inch worm pumpkin. That's all. If that's all you brought, you'll catch big bass. So we have a few packs of those 7 1/8 inch worms. These are the stickos in green pumpkin. And that's what he said too, is green pumpkin. This isn't the proper packaging, but these are my extra swim baits here. 6 inch, white sparkle, and also in green pumpkin. And then I just have a bunch of like Gary Yamamoto, Lake Fork, I have cowboys, tube jigs, shorter worms, I have Zakos, which is like a little swim fish type deal. All my soft baits are going in here, and keep in mind in your heads while you're watching this, if you are a bass fisherman. I, however, am not a bass fisherman, and I have never really fished for bass. Where I live, it's fly fishing and, you know, your occasional BPM, Black Panther Martin, for trout. So I'm a trout fisherman heading to Mexico to fish for giant bass and film some amazing videos, which will come to you guys later this season. But I too am bringing gear. So let's open the box. Has a compression tie on the top. In this first little box I got here, I've got some extra bullet weights, some of these Owners 6-aught. This will give you an idea of how big the fish are in Lake Baccarat, where we are going. This is a 6-aught wide gap hook. These are gonna be for my Texas rigs with those giant 7 1/8 inch stick-o worms. So I got a bunch of those, got like 16 of those. Got these smaller weighted gap hooks as well for some of the smaller worms I have in the Texas rigs. Just some very generic swim jigs, heads for smaller swim baits I have. A couple swim bait heads. These ones are interesting. They rattle. But a few 1/2 ouncers, and then I have some giant full ouncers for those big 6-inch swim baits I was showing you guys. But yeah, that's just kind of my top box. Just some hooks, hardware, gloves, pliers, forceps, some Sharpies. I have some all white swim baits that I can modify, add a spot or a stripe to with those. And that's kind of my top box. Speaking of those swim baits, they're right here. This is kind of my swim bait box. I've got these big 6-inch Storm Shads. I have like 3 or 4 of those. that go in there. Some of these Tsunami 6.5 inchers, kind of a holographic bass looking type. Some of these are all full ounce too, they're big. We're going for big fish down there. Some of this pattern, a couple of these 6-inch all whites that I can modify with a dot or like a stripe or maybe some silver on the belly. And then some smaller swim baits as well, like 4-inch, 4.5 inch here in some of those same patterns. In here, I've got all the goods. So we'll start with the Rapala crankbait, lipless crank. I'm bringing all of those bad boys. We got spoon stuff, we got lipless cranks, blue back, red bottom, crazy eyes. These are all my lipless cranks. I got some more up here. These ones are cool. They have the gills, kind of more of a Tabasco with a green back. Small bass there. Just some good stuff in there. Some jerk baits as well. All jerk baits, and then some big boys, big mamas for the deeper water and hopefully bigger fish. This is a full ounce blueback silver. These do really well down there. Lipless crank, another lipless crank, and some spoon stuff there as well. It's kind of my crankbait, lipless crank box here with some jerk baits as well. Got all those. We got this next box, which is kind of been dedicated to like my swim baits. So here are some more of those 6-inch. This is the pumpkin. This is what I'll throw those full ounce jig heads on. I got pumpkin and white. Then I got these big AA 5 3/4 inch swim baits, which I can throw that full ounce jig head on as well. Some smaller swim baits in white. Here's an example of that just generic jig head there. That's how you would throw it. I got some of these bluegill swim baits, or sunfish swim baits, whatever they are, with the treble hook on bottom, stinger hook on top. Some smaller ones as well, just in case. That's kind of my swim bait box that are ready for hooks. Next, we have this box, which has just some extra of those big swim baits. This big giant slide bait or glide bait that I got. I don't know, we'll try it out. I'm not gonna like say who makes all this and stuff because this is just, I don't know if you guys are into it, I'm just showing you. But I'm taking that guy as well. That's a 5-piece glide bait with 2 treble hooks. I'm stoked for spinner baits as well. This is kind of an example of how I would rig it with one of these chartreuse zoom swim baits behind it, but just like that. That's what I would throw, and it swims in the water like that, and then those top ones spin. Bunch of different colors of those, and yeah, that's kind of that box. Then we also have this box, which is like my jigs. Some jigs in here with that little weedless barb on it. Bigger stuff, bigger fish. But this is, honestly, I've watched multiple videos that tell me at Lake Baccarat, you're gonna want black and blue Cinco tied onto a big black and blue jig like that. And it's even got these little rattle bars. I think that could be the ticket for some big fish. But apparently it imitates a catfish that is also in that lake that they like. So a bunch of different colors of jigs, some options to tie behind it, and then also a bunch of options in my soft bait to tie behind jigs. But really, that's all my tackle. That's all my boxes I'm taking right there. And they all fit into this Plano KBD bag. Bunch of extra line. Oh, let's look at reels. These are the reels I will be taking. I have 2 open face reels and 2 bait casters. I'm gonna be taking this black, I think it's the black jack or black tack. This is just a Okuma black tack. This is a pretty sweet reel. I don't know, it's a 5:1 ratio. I have just 15-pound line on that. I know that everybody says bring 20-pound mono or fluoro to Mexico, but this is for some of my smaller crankbaits and smaller lipless cranks. The lighter line will help that smaller bait swim more naturally. So I got that open face reel. I've got this, what is this? G2X, I believe. This is a cheap reel, but it can hold a lot of poundage. I got 20-pound fluoro on that bad boy. Super heavy drag. This will be good for throwing some of those big swim baits, big crank baits, stuff like that. Then I just went and picked up this Abu Garcia black, what is this? The Black Max, low profile. I have 30-pound braid on that. Ready to rock and roll for the airplane. And then I did pick this up, a Lose Mock Smash bait casting reel. Watched a bunch of reviews on it. It's supposed to be pretty good. And that has 20-pound fluoro on it. So we got fluoro, braid, fluoro, mono, and those are the reels we're going to be bringing. So I'm bringing those reels, all of that tackle in this YETI Crossroads 29. Oh shoot. I also picked this up. This is a 10-inch line through roach made by Savage Gear. This thing is giant. It's like my forearm. It weighs like 7.5 ounces. I hope it sees the water. It's more of a joke than anything, but apparently it's a giant lake and people catch double-digit bass every single day. Like, it's not uncommon to catch, I don't know, 15 to 20 bass over 7 pounds. So I don't know. One of the videos I watched, I've never been, I've just watched videos on YouTube, and one of the videos I watched, he was there for 8 days and they only counted bass over 7 pounds and they caught 68 of them. So, and they also caught, I believe, 8 double-digit bass in their 6-day thing. So this is the place to go if you want to catch big bass. Hence the 10-inch freaking line through swim bait. So we're gonna have videos on this bass fishing trip. I'm gonna do my best to document all of it, make some really cool videos for you guys to watch. I know we don't have a ton of bass fishing following, but if you are a bass fisherman and you're really into it, please comment below if you were gonna go to Mexico, what else you would bring. I'm not bringing as much as Casey or Brian's gonna bring, only for the fact that I'm gonna be a cameraman and I'm gonna do, job comes first. I'm gonna try to film a lot, but if you guys know me, I love to fish, and so it's really hard for me to not throw something out in the water. So that's why I have all of the gear I've shown you guys. Gonna make some dope videos, hopefully catch some sweet bass. And if you guys are a bass fisherman, let me know what you would bring to Mexico, what I'm missing, because I feel like I have a ton of cranks. I know you're gonna say my soft bait bag is weak, but we are also going with a good friend that has a company that does soft bait, so I think he's gonna bring a ton as well. So that's what I'm taking to Mexico. I'm so stoked for this trip. I think about it every single day. We booked our flights like 2 months ago, and ever since then, it's like an everyday thing in my mind, like hopping on bassproshop.com to see what I can get, watching videos, doing research. I think I have a pretty solid setup. If I'm missing anything, like I said, let me know. Leave them in the comments below. And that's gonna be it for my section of the vlog. So Mexico's coming up. That's our next big trip. Me, Casey, and Brian, and then some of our really good friends are gonna all go down to Mexico for like 5 days. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an awesome video series, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. But that's what we have coming up. And yeah, that's my portion of the vlog. Home improvement and bass fishing. So I'm gonna send it on over to whoever is next, and thanks for watching, guys. We'll see ya.
What's up, guys? Matt here, and today for my portion of the vlog, I am out doing some scouting on the winter range. I've been watching a bunch of moose, which I'll put in some clips right here. Now I'm watching mule deer. Last couple hour or two before sunset, got a couple big bucks spotted, so I will put those clips in right here. I hope you guys enjoyed my portion of the vlog. Sorry it's a little short, but hopefully you can get a good look at what I'm doing today, and hope you guys enjoyed it. See ya.
Guys, welcome back to my portion of the weekly vlog. Happy New Year. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Hope you're having a good first of the new year. It was a good time. We went and saw my family. The last update from a couple weeks ago. I was working on my home gym. And now, I'm on this chiropractor. What's the proper terminology for this thing?
Physical therapy.
It's a physical therapy table. I'm gonna introduce you to my special guest that's at my house tonight. Watching a little football, wife's cooking some dinner, and I'm on this table. It kind of ties in with the last time we were talking about wellness and trying to like better prepare for 2022 with, you know, a pinnacle point in my life of an age approaching quickly and just trying to be more well. Part of that also comes with preventative and physical therapy in a lot of cases. Some of you may be dealing with an ailing shoulder. Maybe you have a bum knee. Maybe your back is killing you. Maybe you have a bad neck. We've all been there, and it seems like at the conclusion of every hunting season, there's maintenance to be had. That is what we are doing tonight. I want to introduce you to our good friend, Dr. Preston Ward. Some of you also may be aware he goes by Mountain Physio on Instagram. We'll leave the link on this video so you can reach out to him. But Preston is an avid hunter. He's an avid bow hunter. He's an avid archer. He's also a doctor of physical therapy. And we've known him for a lot of years. He's been very helpful in my dealing with issues that I've had, that Eric's had, that even Martin had. And he helps a lot of hunters on rehabilitation, preventative maintenance, and all kinds of great stuff. He can do it virtually too. So if you don't live in Salt Lake, no problem. You can hit him up virtually and he can start working with you. He's been a great help to our friend Brock, who was the person who helped us get the Action Track chair for Daniel. Brock works for and sells those Action Track chairs. So that's where we bought it for Daniel, was through Brock. Well, Brock had an ATV accident years ago and it left him paralyzed from the waist down. And Preston had been working with him for quite some time on trying to get his strength up so he could shoot his bow. Brock's an avid hunter, loves to get out and do stuff. And so anyways, they eventually got to a point where the strength was built and Brock was shooting his bow this year, which was pretty dang cool. So without further ado, this is Mr. Preston Ward.
Hey guys.
Preston, welcome.
Thank you.
What are we doing today?
Today we are taking care of, we're doing preventative maintenance. We're kind of doing, I guess, rehab, but like you said, this is a good time of year to, when it seems like I get a lot of phone calls, people had a busy season, they're just hurt, things, their shoulder hurts, their neck hurts. Today we're gonna hopefully look at your neck and see if we can not get that better. You've been dealing with this for way too long is what I say.
I've had this bum kind of a neck, upper back thing going on for quite a while now. It really flared up on my way home from our New Mexico hunt. We have 6 elk hunts that we are gonna be sharing. We're all of the rifle form, so you're gonna enjoy those. But my neck's been flaring up, super uncomfortable. I've done some massage therapy, done a lot of chiropractic, tried to do some stretching, some icing, some heat. Nothing is really getting me to where I need to be, and there's no like massive injury I had. I don't have any historical falls or accidents that ring a bell. So just general wear and tear, driving too many hours in a truck, I don't know, all the things that as you get older in life start to impact how you're feeling. Preston's gonna run me through some different tests, try to look at a few things. He brought some dry needles. We'll show you some of the dry needling, and with any luck, we can get me feeling better. But if you guys are looking for some help on preventative and or rehabilitation of an injury you're dealing with, give Preston a shout. He is very knowledgeable, and it's always great to do business with other like-minded hunters and outdoorsmen. So we'll show you some stuff once Preston runs me through some tests and gets to the good stuff, like needles in the back of your neck and head. We're through the first series of tests, which was really a lot of like strength tests, and then also kind of some like reactionary tests that Preston was doing to my head, my neck, my shoulders, my arms, just trying to probably rule things out.
Yep. So trying to rule out red flags, really.
Yeah.
So basically anything that would say you need to go get further imaging, you need to go get further workup, I want to make sure that's all safe. So far, that's all come back
pretty good.
Good.
So no issues with like maybe a potential disc, something along those lines. It does appear to be more,
I'd say myofascial. So
okay, myofascial.
Muscular, fascial.
Technical terms. I want to show you this app that he has that he's showing me. It's really cool.
I don't even, oh, this is called Essential Anatomy 5 or something like that. Here's what I'm thinking right here. This is the suboccipital region. So if I add some muscles to it. Those little ones right here, those are all those suboccipital muscles. When I'm basically cradling your head there and putting pressure on that, that's where you feel a lot of tension. And then when I specifically tested the OA joint, which is up here, then that caused a lot of stretch on those specific muscles. That's where I think at this point, I think you're tight. And I do think, like you were saying, it's probably referring to that area, to that region from this lower thoracic, mid-thoracic region for you.
So I threw my back out early September, and it was like really painful for 2 weeks, which is kind of unusual. I hadn't had that happen, I don't know, maybe ever. And my theory is that over time, I was improperly kind of favoring that. It probably just like got worse and worse and worse. And then, you know, add in a couple 14, 15 hour drives, packing out a couple elk, things along those lines. And I think it just eventually got to a breaking point.
A lot of people will have an issue like this, or they'll have some pain, and it's just not taken care of, we'll say, correctly, or we're trying to do some other, you know, modalities or something like that. And I do think a large portion of this right now is I'm going to give you some good specific exercises.
For sure.
And what happens is we just don't tend to work out a lot of these muscles, and so very specific exercises is going to help. Again, that's when I tested you down here in your thoracic region. You're like, yeah, I feel that exactly right there. That's all strengthening like the lower trap, rhomboids, but mostly like that lower trap region.
Okay.
So the next step here is we're going to try to get any relief. I'm going to try to do some dry needling tonight.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. Is
Everybody likes the dry needling, or they hate it, depending on.
It's
if
true.
You're not a needle fan, you might be, you know, might want to pause or fast forward the video. It doesn't really hurt at all. It has a weird sensation. But what's the quick skinny on dry needling?
Skinny on dry needling is basically trying to increase circulation to the area. I can put a needle in very specifically to that area, decrease some tension in the muscle, get a twitch, get a local twitch, and it basically resets the muscle, goes through a muscle contraction and resets it to reduce some of the, or increase some of the circulation. Go ahead and lie down on your stomach.
Okay, here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck.
So then, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean that off. So a little poke like that. And then, sorry, there we go. So that's in those muscles right there. How's that feel?
It's just like a little poke, you know, honestly. Like, once he hits a zinger, it'll start doing some weird stuff.
Take that out. I'm going to try another spot. Got a little twitch there. There we go. That's good. So basically I can keep pushing that. I know I'm in the right spot because I'm hitting that bone. So the bony backdrop there, hitting that muscle. How's that feel, okay?
Yep.
A lot of people just say this feels like kind of like a deep pressure. Usually it's not too bad here. And these actually I get a lot of good results with the needles up here. We were kind of messing around with basically rotating your neck in different directions, like your scalenes attached there, and then also a muscle called the sternocleidomastoid, so the SCM. And a lot of people will get, I needle a lot, the SCM for people that have headaches. Seems to really help.
Yeah, that one's zinging.
You know, it's one of those things, we spend a ton of money on gear, we spend a ton of money on tags and travel and food and lodging, but very rarely, most of us don't spend a lot of money on ourselves, whether that's preventative care, rehabilitation, physical therapy. It just doesn't happen. You kind of avoid it. Like Preston said, you try to recover on certain ailments or injuries, probably not effectively, and a lot of times you just push through it and then you end up making it worse down the road. So
when I first had you move your neck, you were limited to the left. He's got much better rotation now.
Yep.
And then I did a CT manipulation, thoracic manipulation, kind of got some movement through his T-spine. A lot of times people are like, just do massage, just do, you know, manipulation, just do dry needling. Really with that, with alone, we see mediocre results, we see short-term results, but now what I want to do is paired with exercise, paired with a specific plan for you. What I want to do for you is specifically target like all of these thoracic, lower trap, and so every day I'm going to give you some exercises. One thing, specifically though, is the neck. I'm going to also give you a lot of these things where you're doing some of these cervical retractions.
Yep. Thanks for watching my portion of the vlog. Hope you took something away. If you do have an ailment, make sure you check out Preston. He's happy to help virtually and kind of guide you down the path. Or if you are somewhere in or around Salt Lake City, he can do more in-person stuff as well. Go check him out. Great guy, great hunter, killed a killer bison in Utah this year, free range with his bow. We've got to support those of us in the circle, right? We've got to continue to support each other that hunts and fishes. So we'll see you guys next week.